Hey everyone, I'm Megyn Kelly. Welcome to the Megyn Kelly Show, live from SiriusXM headquarters in New York City, and happy Monday. Well, it's legal election season. I wonder if this is going to be our 4-year tradition. We have an election and we have a few trials of all the people who are actually running for office or their families. This will be great for me because this is right in my wheelhouse, but I'm not sure how great it is for America.
Megyn Kelly, once a rising star at Fox News, has become one of the most controversial and polarizing figures in the media landscape. Her journey from primetime anchor to NBC News misfit and finally to podcast Firebrand has been marked by scandal, reinvention, and a willingness to speak her mind regardless of the consequences. Along the way, she's faced criticisms for her comments on race, her coverage of the Me Too movement, and her alleged role in fostering a toxic workplace culture. Yet she's earned a devoted following among those who admire her intellect, fearlessness, and refusal to be silenced. Join us as we take a look at the tumultuous career of Megyn Kelly. From rising star to controversial figure at Fox News. Megyn Kelly's journey in the world of cable news began in the early 2000s when she joined Fox News as a general assignment reporter. With her sharp intellect, tenacity, and engaging on-screen presence, she quickly made a name for herself as a rising star at the network. Her ability to tackle complex legal issues and her experience as a former corporate attorney set her apart from other journalists, and she soon landed her own daytime news program, America Live. As her profile grew, she became known for her tough interviewing style and willingness to ask difficult questions of both liberal and conservative guests. Her fearless approach earned her the respect of colleagues and viewers alike, and she was eventually given a primetime slot with her own show, The Kelly File. The program was an instant success, drawing in millions of viewers and cementing her status as one of the most prominent and influential voices at Fox News. But as her star continued to rise, she found herself at the center of various controversies. Her clashes with then-presidential candidate Donald Trump during the 2016 election cycle made headlines and drew the ire of Trump's supporters, who accused her of bias and unfair treatment. Her assertion that Jesus Christ was likely a white man also sparked backlash, with critics arguing that her comments were insensitive and historically inaccurate. Quote, "For all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white. Jesus was a white man too. He's a historical figure that's a verifiable fact, as is Santa. I just want kids to know that." Despite the controversies, Kelly remained a key figure at Fox News, known for her independence and willingness to challenge the network's conservative orthodoxy. But her relationship with the network began to strain as she became increasingly vocal about the toxic workplace culture and sexual harassment allegations against Fox News founder Roger Ailes. Kelly's decision to come forward with her own experiences of harassment by Ailes was seen as a turning point in the scandal that eventually led to his resignation. As her contract with Fox neared its end, speculation mounted about her future. In a surprising move, she announced her departure from the network to join NBC News, where she'd host her own daytime talk show and a Sunday evening news magazine. Rough transition. Megyn's transition from Fox News to NBC News in 2017 was a highly anticipated one. But what followed was a series of missteps, controversies, and ultimately a rough transition that saw Kelly struggling to find her footing in a new network environment. Her arrival at NBC was marked by high expectations and a lucrative contract that reportedly earned her $69 million over 3 years. Her initial projects included a Sunday evening magazine show, Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly, and a daytime talk show, Megyn Kelly Today. But Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly quickly ran into trouble when Kelly landed an exclusive interview with controversial radio host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. The decision to give Jones a platform was met with fierce backlash from critics who argued it legitimized his dangerous and offensive views. Advertisers pulled from the show, and Kelly faced intense scrutiny. Her daytime talk show also struggled to find its footing. The show's format, which aimed to blend hard news with lighter lifestyle segments, often felt disjointed and awkward. Kelly's attempts to connect with her audience through personal anecdotes and casual banter fell flat, and she was criticized for her lack of daytime television experience. The final straw came in October 2018 when she made comments on her show defending the use of blackface in Halloween costumes. Quote, You do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Back when I was a kid, that was okay, as long as you were dressing up as like a character. The remarks were widely condemned as racist and insensitive, and Kelly faced immediate backlash from viewers, colleagues, and the public at large. She issued an apology, but the damage was done. Within days, NBC announced that Megyn Kelly Today was being canceled, and Kelly was out at the network. Reinvention as a podcast firebrand. After her tumultuous departure from NBC News, Megyn found herself at a crossroads in her career. With her reputation as a mainstream media personality bruised, she faced the daunting task of reinventing herself in an increasingly fragmented and polarized media landscape. It was in this context that Kelly made the bold decision to launch her own independent podcast, The Megyn Kelly Show, in September 2020. The move represented a significant shift for Kelly, who had built her career on the foundations of traditional broadcast journalism. But it also offered her a unique opportunity to take control of her own narrative and connect with audiences on a more intimate and personal level. Free from the constraints of network television, she embraced her role as a podcast firebrand, tackling controversial topics and engaging in unfiltered discussions with a wide range of guests. From the outset, it established itself as a platform for provocative and often divisive ideas. Her interviews with conservative figures like radio host Glenn Beck and author Jordan Peterson drew praise from the right and condemnation from the left. She also waded into cultural debates around issues like cancel culture, critical race theory, and the Me Too movement, often staking out positions that put her at odds with the mainstream liberal opinion. As the podcast gained traction, her reputation as a fearless and outspoken commentator grew. She became a regular fixture on conservative media outlets and a frequent target of liberal critics who accused her of pandering to the far right. But Kelly insisted she was simply providing a space for open and honest dialogue. Despite the controversy, or perhaps because of it, The Megyn Kelly Show quickly established itself as a major player in the crowded world of political podcasting. With millions of downloads and a growing base of loyal listeners, Kelly had successfully reinvented herself as a media entrepreneur and opinion leader. Other controversies and a TV comeback possibility. Throughout her career, she's been no stranger to controversies. Beyond her high-profile clashes with Trump and her tumultuous tenure at NBC, she's found herself at the center of a number of other scandals and debates. She's been a vocal critic of so-called cancel culture, arguing that the rush to shame and punish public figures for past mistakes or controversial opinions is having a chilling effect on free speech and open debate. More recently, she's faced backlash for her comments on the Me Too movement and her coverage of sexual harassment allegations against powerful men in media and politics.
So the harassment that I went through wasn't obviously harassment in the beginning, and then it graduated. It just got worse and worse and worse to the point where you couldn't deny it. And it was explicit quid pro quo sexual harassment, which was, basically you sleep with me and I'll give you a promotion. And even in those moments, I tried to laugh it off and pretend I wasn't hearing what I was hearing, or try to pretend that I had misunderstood, because I didn't want a direct confrontation with him.
Some have accused her of being too sympathetic to the accused and of downplaying the experiences of victims and survivors. Others have praised her for her willingness to ask tough questions and challenge prevailing narratives around these sensitive issues. Megyn continues to make waves in podcasting, and many in the media industry are wondering if she has what it takes to make a successful return to television. There are also those who believe Kelly's unique combination of intelligence, charisma, and fearlessness make her a natural fit for a TV comeback. They point to her ability to generate buzz and drive the conversation. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think Megyn Kelly's next career move might be? Let us know in the comment section below.